Welcome to the Natural Health Show with one of New England's leading holistic specialists, Mark Mincola. Call Mark at 617-822-1969 on 96.9 Boston Talks.
Greetings and welcome home, Natural Health Nation. So good to be with you here on 96.9 Boston Talks. Especially great to be with all of you listeners here in this wonderful, wonderful, naturally, of course, freezing November's Eve. But great to be with you. Hope you're healthy and well and happy these days. We've got interesting stuff to share with you tonight. Of course, this time of year, lots of insomnia. I wanted to chat about that a little bit. 60 million of us. That's an awful lot of us. Insomnia, 60 million of us complaining on a regular basis of the problem of sleep difficulties. 6.5 million doctor visits every year with regards to bad sleep habits. And over the past 30 years, I found great value in recommending some very nice products from the world of natural health and, of course, herbs. Passion flower is something that I've recommended with great success. Passion flower contains a phytonutrient flavonoid called chrysin, C-H-R-Y-S-I-N. Chrysin has been shown to reduce hypermotility, of course, and hypermotility is nervous system-driven movement. A lot of folks with nervous leg syndrome, a lot of folks with, those twitches and nervous tics and whatnot that keep them awake at night and are kind of reflective of an overactive nervous system. And, of course, the chrysin, as we said, in many animal and human studies, has been found to make a significant difference. And, of course, over-the-counter Solaray is a great company that has 250 milligram extract, 350 milligram flower, and leaf caps. Nature's Way, Wild Harvest, of course, makes a tincture. Quantum Herbs makes a great tincture. And you might want to check into some of those companies. Again, Nature's Way, Wild Harvest Tincture, Quantum. All products available, of course, at Good Health Natural Foods, both in Quincy and Hanover. Of course, in just a few moments, we're going to bring in a guest, of course, that so many of you have heard in the past and enjoyed listening to, Laura Pratt, who is the Media and Marketing Director of Good Health Natural Foods. And above and beyond all that, what a voice. Laura has a great voice. She, of course, is the golden throngs that you hear on the Good Health Natural Foods commercials here on this particular broadcast. So it'd be great to hear from her and some of the new things that are available out there that can make a difference in your life regarding natural over-the-counter products and things to help you with everything from the sniffles to detox, cleansing, a variety of different immune property supporting agents, and great things from off the shelves of Good Health Natural Foods that we're going to hear a little bit about. So we look forward to that, of course. And, as I said, that, one of the things that you can certainly find out about at Good Health Natural Foods is a way to purchase the herb that we mentioned a little while ago, the passion flower. And I mentioned the Solaray brand, Nature's Way, Wild Harvest, Quantum Tinctures. And what an amazing herb it is to help us get our sleep. Again, it's an herb that's been mightily studied over the years, both in human and animal studies, as we've said, and a multitude of those studies have discovered that indeed the agent that seems to make the big difference in there is a phytonutrient flavonoid called chrysin, and again shown to reduce hypermotility, nervous system-driven movement. So great for 250 milligrams, couple caps, 350 milligrams, again a couple caps, 25 drops of water, 25 drops rather of tincture in a glass of water before bed. All the above great strategies for helping take the edge off the nervous system. One of the things too that folks need to keep in mind, anything that helps you in a natural way to support your sleep problems is also generally something that's going to help you with your anxiety problems as well, because in many cases this whole idea of hypermotility is usually an issue that really stems around the nervous system being driven by those adrenal glands, and ever so important to recover with good quality rest. That 7.5 hour REM sleep, extremely important. People ask me all the time, how do I get more energy? And I say, no, you don't want to be taking pills to give yourself energy. What you want to do, folks, is you want to think about how nature has the whole game plan set up. And nature has this plan set up that says, look, if you get complete recovery, if you get your 7.5 hours, 8 hours of REM sleep, you are resting and you're recovering in a way that is going to provide you with a much more intensive supply of energy energy in the ensuing days. So it's all about recovery. It's all about sleep. The best way to get yourself energy is to get quality rest. Body needs that recovery. Those adrenal glands, those fight or flight glands, always up and active, pushing those stress hormones all day long, keeping everybody ramped up to achieve their Christmas shopping goals, etc. So you want to make sure that you get yourself some good quality recovery time. And I should also mention here, if folks have any questions regarding their natural health issues, their issues about nutrition, about supplements, vitamins, minerals, weight loss, etc., well, that's where we're here for to answer your questions. 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call, just dial pound 969. We'll be right back with Laura Pratt. Stay tuned.
Friend us on Facebook. Link up at 969bostontalks.com.
Hi, this is Catherine from Jarrow Formulas. We can be found on the web at jarrow.com, JARROW.com. Jarrow is a leading manufacturer of dietary supplements. We offer over 300 vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and probiotics. At Jarrow, our mission is to provide superior nutrition and formulation. We team with industry leaders and top academic researchers to bring you quality you can depend on. This is exactly why we have partnered with Mark Mincola. Mark brings cutting-edge science and education to his listeners and clients, and we are proud to be part of his team. We look forward to bringing you more information about specific products over the year with Mark and exciting topics. You can buy Jarrow Formulas at a health food store near you. Find out more about Jarrow at jarrow.com. That's JARROW.com.
Hi, this is Laura from Good Health. We're excited to introduce Natural Factors PGX, the new science of appetite control. The PGX program can be a healthy, effective, and easy way to improve eating habits for life. PGX is short for polyglycoplex, a unique complex derived from soluble plant fibers that may change your life. Taken before or with a meal, PGX helps reduce portion size and calories while leaving you feeling completely satisfied. Taking PGX slows the absorption of carbs, helping to curb your appetite. PGX supports healthy weight loss, healthy blood sugar and cholesterol levels already within normal range, and PGX helps reduce cravings. Natural Factors PGX is safe and stimulant-free. It's a proven fact. Diets rarely work. PGX is your final weight loss solution. Discover how Natural Factors PGX can help you reach your perfect weight. Visit us in Quincy or Hanover. Learn more at goodhealthnaturalfood.com. Let us help you maintain that healthy self-image for the rest of your life. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Mike from Empire Loan. Gold is absolutely going bonkers, and frankly, I have absolutely no faith that these prices can be sustained. Sorry, I just don't see this bubble lasting much longer. The truth is, Empire Loan was buying gold and loaning money on gold and diamond jewelry when gold was trading for about $300 per ounce, and we'll be here no matter where gold goes. But I have to ask you, what are you waiting for? Gold is in uncharted territories, and now's the time to sell. End of story, nothing else to say. Except, we're Empire Loan in Boston, Providence, New Bedford, and Worcester, and we're the largest and most reputable chain of gold buyers in New England. 25 years of unparalleled expertise. Call 1-800-375-PAWN for the location nearest you, or find us fast at EmpireLoan.com. Gold prices will not be in the clouds for very much longer. Don't wait. Cash in now. I'm Mike. I'm the owner. It's that easy.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call pound 969. Now, welcome, please, Laura Pratt.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Terrific. How are you?
It's lovely to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Now, that's what I call a voice. Well, those commercials that you've aired here are just legendary. People love to hear those golden throngs.
You make me blush. You're very kind. It's easy when you're talking about things you believe in and that you try yourself.
Of course. So at the beginning of the broadcast, of course, we talked a little bit about passion flower, because this time of year there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of insomnia. One of the chief things that I hear as a complaint from patients all the time is, I'm not getting off to sleep. I'm so stressed out. I hope that Christmas is the way, that my vision has it played out to be, and it seems to be a time where people are really striving and stressing to have the perfect holiday season. And a lot of insomnia, of course, is not unusual this time of year. So I generally get really get a tremendous amount of good feedback from passion flower. So we talked about Nature's Way, Wild Harvest, Quantum, Solar Ray. These are some companies, of course, in terms of Good Health Natural Foods. You part with a lot of these products quite often.
We do, absolutely. People come in, the Quantum, especially, the passion flower liquid extract is one of our best sellers. Flies off the shelves, easy to take, very effective. People are just raving about it.
And again, it is indeed the flavonoid in there called chrysin, chrysin, that has shined so profoundly in a lot of these both animal and human studies. And it obviously makes a big difference with regards to that nervous system, to kind of quelling and sort of taking the edge off that anxietal nervous system and really helping people to quite swiftly get off to sleep.
Right, and what's interesting, people don't always know why they can't sleep. And they come in, and I always usually tell them it's the holidays. You're thinking about family and the menus and the bills and the gift buying. Minds are just racing.
And you're absolutely right. And certainly during the holiday season, it's not always easy to be with family. we often think about the positives, and of course that's more often than not the case, and thank God it is. But there's a lot of folks, for whom it is not as easy to make the holiday family connection, and it's something that oftentimes is very, very stressful and breeds a lot of anxiety. So, I think, again, to use natural medicine properly, effectively, and safely in a way that takes the edge off of some of these anxiety-ridden potentials is really invaluable. And again, these products are very, very, I think, helpful. The Nature's Way, of course, is a really terrific herb company.
It's been around a long time.
Been around a long time. And you were talking about Wild Harvest, too, before we went on the air tonight.
Yeah, I love the company. I love that they're U.S.-based. And they're one of the only companies that I know of, Mark, that puts the contraindications right on the labels. So there's no guesswork. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure,
amazing,
you know what to be careful about.
That's great. Solar Ray, also a great company. They make both the extract of the passion flower at 250 milligrams and a flower and leaf concentrate at 350 milligrams. So I say 2 of those before bed. Great way to go.
Yeah.
Personally, what I've used is the Quantum tincture that you just mentioned a little while ago.
Fantastic.
Knocks me right out. In fact, I keep it right by the bedstand in the event that I wake up in the middle of the night, bang, right down the hatch, and see you later.
And you go back to sleep.
Back
and you wake
again.
Up feeling rested and refreshed.
Absolutely true. Hey, let's, before we go on to talk about some of the other great products that some of these particular companies represent, and so many others that Good Health Natural Foods has on the shelves, well, let's grab a call or two. We've got Amanda from Quincy. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk here on the Natural Health Show.
How are you?
Terrific. How are you?
Hi, Amanda.
I was just wondering, I've heard some infomercials on different stations about supplements like CoQ10 and things like that, and they're quite a bit more expensive than what you would get at like a GNC or at a Good Health store. And I was wondering, A, if they're worth it, and the other thing was, I'm a really love tea, and I've gone to like Teavana and places like that where the loose teas are much more expensive, and I'm just wondering if the health benefits are worth the extra money.
Great questions. We're going to let Laura handle that.
Amanda, those are great questions. Yes, CoQ10 is such an important thing to add to your regimen. There are lots of companies that make it. I happen to love the Jarrow brand. And if you look at it, it comes in many different milligram strengths. So you can do 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams, whatever you think is necessary. But it brings oxygen to all of your cells. It's great for energy. It's great for perimenopause. It's great for the elderly. And none of us really get enough oxygen. So it's really important. And tea, I love tea myself. I drink a lot of it. So we have a huge section at all of our stores. So tea is a wonderful, natural way to heal your body and your soul.
Well, and what about the part of her question, Laura, that suggests that a lot of these kind of customized infomercial-type products are overpriced or seem to be more expensive than what you'd find typically on the shelves at Good Health Natural Foods. So why is that?
Yeah, you don't need to spend a fortune on your vitamins. Good Health believes that You need quality vitamins from reputable companies, but all of our items are on sale every day, so you're never paying regular retail prices. So I would recommend either going online and looking at our website, which is www.goodhealthnaturalfood.com, or coming by any of our stores. We're open until 9 o'clock. But you don't have to spend a fortune. CoQ10 does not have to break the bank.
Well, and I think also to some extent, I've been involved in a lot of television work over the years and work with a lot of producers and whatnot, and I know for a fact that a lot of these infomercials, to some extent, the sum price that you're being charged has something to do with covering some of the expense of production. TV production is not cheap, folks. So being that it's quite expensive to get a program up and running, a lot of that expense is often broken down to some extent in what is returned with revenue from what you pay for supplement prices. So
right.
Unfortunately, there's a big difference there. Good Health Natural Foods, straight across the bow, is not producing infomercials that they have to pay production costs for.
Quality products, good pricing, great selection.
All right.
Did it help, Amanda?
I think she's vanished. Well, apparently it worked. So thank you so much for calling, Amanda. Let's grab another one of these. We've got Laura on the phone from Weymouth. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show and the Natural Health Show.
Hi. I had a question about folic acid supplements causing hair growth. Mm-hmm. Is there any truth to that, and how much do you have to take of it?
Well, first of all, from a generic perspective, we know that the B vitamins are really necessary for the development of new proteins in the body and for the synthesis of hair, and the follicles in the body are basically strengthened in the strengthening of the hair follicle is really dependent upon B complexes. So folic acid is certainly one of those, no question about it. There have been studies that indicate both folic acid and various B complex vitamins do indeed support hair growth, and of course research that shows that deficiencies in those B complex vitamins leads to hair loss. So the converse side of it has been proven and demonstrated in studies as well. So yes, B vitamins, folic acid in particular, but you know what, there's a product I like that Good Health has, and it's made by, go ahead,
Nature Most Ultra Hair. It's
Ultra Hair. How'd you know that?
Because I take it. It's great.
Yeah, so Nature's Plus, actually. Nature's Plus makes something called Ultra Hair, which I think is a superb, it really does work very, very well. But when you really break down what's in this Nature's Plus product called Ultra Hair, it's really, for all intents and purposes, a bunch of high sulfur amino acids like cysteine, DL-methionine, and things like that. But it's really loaded with B complexes, really high concentrations of B complexes such as folic acid, B1, B2, etc. So, it really does answer your question that the B complexes are for real when it comes to hair growth. Not just the folic acid. I would go with a complex, and to go one better, I'd go with a lovely formula called Nature's Plus Ultra Hair.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Laura, too,
yes.
There's some other really great products out there, too, that, the B complexes, like the NOW brand B complex is a great B complex. And again, the reason I pick on them is a great company because so many of the B complexes, which are so terrific for your hair, often give people upset stomachs. I know that there's some formulas that I can't even tolerate. Right. I get a sick stomach from the way they're formulated, and that's not unusual for a B complex. But the NOW brand seems to be really benign, really easy to get down, and no upset stomach.
Brand is nice. I like the Ultra Hair for a couple of reasons. They're large tablets, but my hair loss was due to hormonal imbalance. Yep. So for older gals who are experiencing a lot of hair in the shower and their hairbrushes, it's really important to get that selenium, that zinc, and the B vitamins in there. So it really is effective.
Absolutely true. In Boston and New England, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call pound 969. We're talking with you about your various health-related questions, and of course, Laura Pratt is here to help me from Good Health Natural Foods, in charge of media marketing direction. And what kind of work is going on down at Good Health Natural Foods these days that we should know about? What kind of new projects?
Very exciting. We have a huge new gluten-free, wheat-free section. We've got brand new freezers dedicated to nothing but wheat-free, which is a huge issue. The problem is people aren't getting diagnosed quickly and properly, but once they're diagnosed, they need to know there's great, exciting food that's very tasty.
Well, it's so good that it is being developed these days, because when you think about the fact that 80 million people, it's been estimated that 80 million Americans have food intolerances, food allergies, only 5%, and that's immune globulin G, the IgG food allergies, not the IgEs, folks. The IgEs are what you're typically tested for at your doctor's office, scratch tests, and we're talking about that making up only about 1 to 2% of all food allergies. So the immune globulin G allergies are about 80 million of us. And when you think about the fact that only 5% of us have been diagnosed, wow. So it's a good thing that Good Health Natural Foods is making a difference for us in that regard. Also, another really terrific product that I like that you have down there, the Spectrum enzymes.
Very successful.
The Enzymatica, the Enzymatica, great enzyme, and they make one actually specifically, the Spectrum, and that is for food allergy problems. So folks who typically have a lot of food allergies recommend that's a superb enzyme to support your digestive tract.
They have about 15 different formulas, glutenase, and
they've got amylase. They've got different isolated enzyme supports for people who have fat enzyme deficiencies or sugar or starch enzyme deficiencies. Great products. Let's grab another call or two. We've got Donna from Cambridge. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show on the Natural Health Show.
Hey, Donna.
Hi. I have a twofold question.
Sure.
I have a problem keeping on weight, and I like to know what's out there to help me maintain my weight or to gain weight. And I have a food allergy. Corn silk, peanuts.
Yep.
And that's in about everything, so I can't eat much.
Okay.
What can I do?
Couple questions. How do you sleep?
Rough. Very rough.
All right. So again, if we think about why somebody might have trouble gaining weight, having a difficult time keeping weight on, it may be because your metabolism is kind of overactive. And the first question I ask is how you sleep. And if you're not sleeping particularly well, it may indicate that your adrenal glands are a little bit overactive. So going back to what we said earlier in the broadcast, you want to kind of help control your metabolism with REM sleep. You might try what we talked about, the passion flower, and we talked about several different brands. You might think about the Solaray. I would recommend actually the Solaray caps, the extract, the 350 milligram flower and leaf extract, the Solaray mix. I might recommend 2 of those before bed at night, or the tincture actually, 25 drops of tincture in about an ounce or 2 of water. So give that a try and see if you don't help your sleep. If you're improving your sleep, you basically take some time to reset your metabolic mechanisms. Again, if your adrenal glands are overactive, you're up and running, you're fired up, you're not sleeping at night, you're not really resetting. So, there's an awful lot of hormones that are necessary to help us regulate metabolism. Things like leptin, things like ghrelin. You got to get that sleep. There's no way around that. So that's the first thing I'd recommend. Secondly, when it comes to trying to gain weight with food, you want to make sure that you're eating healthy fat, healthy carbs. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, obviously, unhealthy fat and unhealthy carbs put too much weight on most folks. So it works kind of in the converse fashion. If you want to gain weight, things like more avocado, more olive oil, more almonds, almond butter, good quality fats, good quality carbs, more oatmeal in the morning. Obviously, you can use things like brown rice. You can use some good quality whole grain breads, good quality whole wheat pasta, brown rice pasta. Mrs. Leapers makes a great brown rice pasta. But these are good starches, good high fiber starches, and really good quality fats. It's always going to be the same thing that puts weight on people and is basically fat and carb. But you just want to improve the quality of the fat and the carb.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
My very best to you. Okay, Laura, let's talk a little bit, too, about, the idea that metabolism can be supported through supplementation as well. There's an awful lot of folks out there that need to know that there are good fats that can be brought into the picture here with regards to supplementation. I would recommend something like, for example, flax or fish oils.
Yes, Nordic Naturals makes great, clean fish oils. The omega-3s are just fabulous. And another thing for Donna, what are your thoughts on a good protein powder, a vegetarian like Lifetime's vegetarian protein that has the omega-3s right in it and all the amino acids?
Absolutely, and as a meal replacement backup, sure, something like that.
And they taste great.
Yeah, or the spiritine perhaps or something like that.
Yeah.
I think those are great products. And again, what we're saying here, Don, is that you take the meals, you increase the good fat, the good carbs, but you can also boost up your total caloric consumption in a healthy manner by fortifying what you're taking with a meal replacement. And spiritine is great. What's the product you mentioned?
Lifetime makes a wonderful vegetarian protein, Donna, that's delicious. It comes in flavors, berry, chocolate, or vanilla. But the vanilla is great because you can make it any flavor you want. And it has all your aminos, and it has your omega-3s in it. And it has chia seed for women, which is energizing. So I love it. And you can do 1 or 2 of those a day, and that'll help you maintain your weight and get your nutritional values.
617-822-1969, Verizon Wireless, pound 969. She is Laura Pratt from Good Health Natural Foods. I'm Mark Mincola. You're listening to The Natural Health Show. We look forward to your questions right after these messages. Stay tuned.
the I-Man.
The era of the United States swaggering around the world, slapping people around, those days are gone. They're just gone.
Imus, weekday mornings 5 to 7. 96.9 Boston Talks.
Are you getting your recommended 8 cups of water per day? And are you certain that you're getting the healthiest, highest quality of drinking water available? You know, there are so many drinking waters out there that it's become extremely difficult to distinguish the really pure drinking waters from the pretenders. Hi, this is Mark Mincola. Simpson Spring Water has been a pure drinking water of choice since long before the Native Americans settled near the spring for its remarkable clarity. Bottled at the source and delivered right to your home, Simpson Spring has produced its locally grown bounty of healthy, refreshing drinking water since 1878. Simpson Springs is a local, privately owned spring water company whose priority it is to serve you with the highest quality of pure, healthy drinking water. To order Simpson Springs water, call Roberta at 508-238-4472. That's 508-238-4472. Please make sure you mention the Natural Health Show. Remember, when it comes to your drinking water of choice, buy fresh, buy pure, buy local, buy Simpson Springs. Ready to look as good on the outside as you feel on the inside? Let me introduce you to my good friend Dolores McLaughlin, owner of Skin Solutions in Plymouth. Dolores is a licensed esthetician with over 18 years of experience. Moreover, she's certified in the Environ system, which consists of a medical peel system using antioxidants such as vitamin A to fully protect your skin against the effects of aging. A consultation with Dolores results in a customized facial design specifically for you. Dolores takes the time to analyze your skin's needs and personalize your facial treatment to maximize your results. While you're there, try a relaxing reflexology treatment or finish off your service with some body and facial waxing. For full-service natural skincare treatments, try Skin Solutions by Dolores, 345 Court Street in Plymouth. Call and set up an appointment today at 508-747-1011. That's 508-747-1011. Or visit her on the web at skinsolutionsbydolores.com.
You're ready to buy a home or you want to refinance and lower your payments. 2 words, Star Mortgage. The team at Star Mortgage will provide you with the information you need to help you make an informed decision. Look, interest rates are at a record low, so act now before rates go up again. Star Mortgage has been serving consumers in Massachusetts for over 20 years, and their offices are right here in Mass. They're your neighbors, and they take pride in providing experience, integrity, and reliability. Make the right choice and get the best advice and a low interest rate. Visit starmortgage.com today.
Hello, this is Jay Austin, president of Star Mortgage. Home mortgage interest rates have never been better than right now. Take advantage of these low rates while you still can. Our licensed mortgage professionals will help you get the sound advice you need to make the right decision. Make the call now and ask about our $500 lender fee rebate promotion.
Call today, 800-941-5616. That's 800-941-5616. Online at starmortgage.com. Licensed by the Mass Division of Banks, MBO 782. See starmortgage.com for more details, license info, and legal disclosures.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
In Boston and New England, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call, pound 969. I'm sitting here, of course, this evening with none other than Laura Pratt from Good Health Natural Foods.
It's so lovely to be here.
It's
Happy
great
holidays
to have you.
to
Happy holidays to everybody, absolutely. Let's get to some calls right now. We've got Jackie on the line from Boston. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talks here in the Natural Health Show.
Hello, I have a question about a product I heard about last night on the radio, or piqued my interest for the following reasons, and I figured I would ask you what you thought of it, or if there was another better recommended product. I've just had pneumonia twice. They're not sure that the heart function is not causing that to happen. I am going to this week for a stress test, so that's all done. Those are all set up. But on this product on the radio last night was CalMag, and he said it helps the absorption of calcium and magnesium, and if the body is not absorbing those, if I understood him correctly, one of the problems that occurs is congestive heart failure. So I would like your opinion on that.
Well, first things first, to me, I think that you probably would be wise to take a peek at a wonderful, wonderful book called The Sinatra Solution. I talk about it quite often here on the show. And the name Sinatra is spelled just like the great Frank Sinatra. Okay. But it's not the same person. Dr. Stephen T. Sinatra, but it's the Sinatra Solution, and it's really a great book about metabolic cardiology. Now, metabolic cardiology is really kind of a new wave of philosophy and practice when it comes to dealing with the human heart, and it's a pretty remarkable book, and it's a pretty remarkable system in philosophy. But it suggests that we start looking more at the heart as a muscle, and as a muscle that really requires a tremendous amount of mitochondrial support, because the mitochondria are like the little engine within every cell that provides energy. And again, the heart is a muscle that never really takes a break, obviously, so the amount of energy that it requires and the amount of energy that it puts forth is like no other muscle in the human body. So requiring that energetic support is part of the equation here, and to keep that heart muscle strong at a cellular level, it becomes really important to know what kind of nutrients will do that. And among other things, I think that he does mention, and again, people like myself have recommended for folks like you, magnesium. There's different types of magnesium, but certainly, to me, the most important magnesium would be an orotate. If you can get a magnesium orotate, O-R-O-T-A-T-E, orotate, that would be by far the most desirable magnesium. But again, virtually any magnesium is going to definitely make a difference. CoQ10, something somebody mentioned earlier in the broadcast, another really important oxygen support system supplement for the heart. Also, something called ribose, R-I-B-O-S-E, which is a form of pentose, and it's a real great energizer for the mitochondria of the heart muscle as well. And again, you'll read about these things in the Sinatra Solution, Part 1, Book 1 and Book 2. So I'd recommend the magnesium orotate. Okay. I'd recommend the ribose, R-I-B-O-S-E, and the CoQ10. Those are the three that I'd recommend. But take a look at that book, and maybe you discuss some of the things that are in that book with your physicians, and bring a little huddle together.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Best wishes. Take care of yourself.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's grab another call here. We've got Jim from Lakeville. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk. You're on the Natural Health Show.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Terrific. How are you?
Jim.
Good, thanks. I have a question for you on the, talked to you earlier, somebody brought up the fact of male pattern baldness.
Right.
And with a B complex vitamins and stuff.
Yep.
I was wondering what you thought of this, or if you ever heard of this stuff called Provilus.
Provilus. I'm not sure I know what it is.
Okay, it's supposed to help stop hair loss.
But is it an infomercial? Is it a product?
Well, it's something I found online when I was looking up the facts, and it's got B6 complex vitamins in it. It's got biotin, magnesium, zinc oxide, salt palmetto.
Yeah, again, it's a product that is being marketed, I guess, over the internet or television or whatever. But I think what they're doing in a lot of these products is they're devising natural products that come from a variety of different natural sources. You're going to probably pay a reasonably good price for most of those things, for the simple reason that, again, you're going to pay some of those production costs, like we talked about earlier. Yeah. And they give it a name and they give it a sort of image, if you will. But for all intents and purposes, when you really break a lot of these products down, you're really dealing with things that are fairly inexpensive, fairly readily available over the counter, and fairly benign, safe to use. They're not always breakaway products, like the image would suggest. But again, what you're basically dealing with here is you're dealing with B complex. I would be inclined to tell you that the Ultra Hair by Nature's Plus is the way to go.
That's a unisex formula, Jim. That would be good for you.
It is indeed great, yeah.
What is that? I'm sorry?
It's a unisex formula, so that would be terrific for you. Yeah. That and maybe some DIM. I've heard great results with men and hair loss who take DIM.
Diindolyl methane, DIM, D-I-M.
D-I-M?
D-I-M, yeah. The two of them work really well together, and you definitely can find those on the shelves at
Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy or Hanover.
Perfect timing. Listen to that. Boy.
Come see us, Jim. I'd love to help
you. At that time, huh?
Say again?
I said that's a plug for that time.
Of course.
But it works. I mean, that's the key. Men come back and they have great results, and they're excited that they have some hair regrowth.
No, the products really are quite good, though. The Nature's Plus Ultra Hair is something I've recommended for 30 years, and it's done well probably in 90% of the cases that I've recommended.
It's been 90%?
Easily.
Really? Okay, I was wondering if you could answer another question for me on Flomax.
Yep.
What are like the side effects, after per se you've taken it and then you wean yourself off of it?
Well, I think you're probably better off to talk to your physician about that. My specialty, what I focus on, what I've spent 30 years on, are natural medicines. I think that a lot of the products that I'd recommend would be things along the lines of the saw palmetto, which you just mentioned a minute ago,
right?
And even perhaps the quercetin plus, which is something I really like a lot. Quercetin plus, the Dr. Donsbach Quercetin plus. It's Quercetin. It's for BPH, and it'll also drop some of that inflammation down pretty readily. It's pretty fast acting.
And where could I purchase that?
Jim, we have that at Good Health Natural.
How about that? No,
and we also, this is fun, Mark. We have a prostate tea that has been flying off the shelves. It's by Lane Labs, and you might want to come by one of the stores and just check those out.
I'll be honest
with you. And it's called Prostate Tea?
It's called Prostate Tea.
Prostate Tea.
Tea, like TEA, like drinking a cup of tea.
Prostate tea. Huh?
Yes.
There you go.
We have a whole men's section, and I have men on staff that are happy to talk about this with you if you feel more comfortable talking to a gentleman.
Well, I mean, I'm always into the factors that I like taking more of health aspects of things instead of medications,
Well, I think the Quercetin Plus is a great product. I did not know, by the way, that Good Health had that on the shelves, but it's a remarkable product. It really is.
All right, well, I appreciate all your information, and I'll have to punch up the website and come down there.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a great night. Take care.
Have a good night. Thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's grab another call here. John, we got time for a call, yes? All right, very good. Let's go to Ellen from Boston. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show and the Natural Health Show.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Terrific. How are you?
Thank you for taking my call. I never exercised in my life before, and I started about 7 months ago exercising, trying to about 4 days a week. And I've been noticed the days that I don't exercise, I'm very hyper, and I can't fall asleep. And I've been trying like chamomile tea or something at night, but I can go to sleep because I have extra energy. Is anything else that I can take?
Well, you perhaps heard what I've been talking about a little bit tonight. The passion flower is an herb that could be very supportive because of the fact that the flavonoid that's in there that's called chrysin really has the ability to take some of the edge off of that nervous tension within your neuromuscular system. So you might want to think in terms of trying the passion flower, perhaps the solar ray, or one of the quantum tincture. If you get a tincture, I would recommend like 25 drops or so in 3 ounces of water before bed. If you get a capsule of passion flower, you might want to think about 250 to 350 milligrams twice before bed. Try either of those. The other thing I like to recommend, too, is I'm a real firm believer in the Natural Calm product. Is a great product. So there's a great magnesium. We've talked a little bit about magnesium with some of these callers this evening, but magnesium in the form of magnesium citrate powder. Again, the product is called Natural Calm, and again, you can use that as directed before bed as well. I think the two of those, the passion flower plus the Natural Calm, and it's and I think you'll get great relief from that.
And should I try them together or just try?
Absolutely. No, I would. Yes.
Combine them, Ellen?
Combine them, yes.
They come.
Okay.
The Natural Calm comes in different flavors. It comes in a lemon and orange. It's delicious, and it relaxes your muscles before sleep. It's great.
Yes, and again, I think that you can easily benefit from using those both together. There's no contraindications, no concern about using them at the same time. I think that's the ticket to get you some sleep. The other thing I'd mention too, Ellen, is that you likely should be using a little magnesium during the daytime as well. Magnesium is something that you have an incredibly high tolerance for, and something that most folks are very, very deficient in. And when someone is deficient in magnesium, the nervous system tends to kind of run a little bit out of control. So you could easily take a little bit of that by day, and again, let's say a teaspoon by day, teaspoon by night.
Thank you very much.
You're very,
Thanks,
very
Ellen.
welcome.
Have a good night.
All right, we're going to take a short little break, and we'll be right back. Let's remind you the numbers here, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless, free call, pound 969. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. Your talk. 96.9 Boston Talks.
What is it that you look for a truly unique gala event? Exquisite decor, dramatic lighting, a unique and awe-inspiring entertainment program that will enthrall your guests with memories that will last a lifetime. For all that and so much more, I invite you to call the one and only events planning company that does it all, Barry Productions. Barry Productions has been Boston's leading high-end entertainment and full-service event design firm for more than 35 years. So when it comes to planning your next important event, may I suggest you call my good friend Diane Barry at 781-331-2224. That's 781-331-2224. Or check her out on the World Wide Web at barryproductions.com. When it comes to planning your special events, I assure you this will be the last call you'll ever have to make. Barry Productions, Boston's leading high-end entertainment and full-service event design. For more than 18 years, Personal Best Karate has been teaching character education, physical fitness, and self-defense skills to people of all ages. Led by 3-time World Karate Champion Chris Rappold and his highly trained and motivated staff, you are sure to find a one-of-a-kind program that is just right for you and your family. Learn firsthand how Personal Best Karate can transform your life by giving their new amazing introductory offer a try. Now for only $19.95, you'll receive 2 private lessons and an official Personal Best Karate uniform. You'll immediately see just how easy it is to improve your self-confidence, your mental focus, and your health and fitness. The helpful staff at Personal Best Karate will arrange a convenient schedule and design an affordable program to help you achieve your personal best goals. That's Personal Best Karate with locations in Norton, Foxborough, Southeaston, and Norwood. Check them out on the World Wide Web at personalbestkarate.com or call their home office at 508-285-5425. Mention that you heard this ad on the Natural Health Show and receive a free special gift while supplies last. Manifest your personal best at Personal Best Karate.
Are you looking for the perfect holiday gift? Give the gift of relaxation. BC Essentials Aromatherapy has all natural soaps, lotions, soy candles, essential oils, and sugar scrubs. BC Essentials uses only pure essential oils in all of their products. BC Essentials will customize the most beautiful gift sets for you. Just give them a call.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Mincole, The Natural Health Show. BC Essentials is my first choice for that special gift in mind. BC Essentials products are gentle, safe, and effective without the use of harsh chemicals, petroleum, or synthetic preservatives. Mention me, Mark Mincola, for a 5% discount off your purchase. It couldn't be any easier. Call 781-983-0304 or order online at bcessentials.com. That's 781-983-0304. bcessentials.com. Remember, mention the Natural Health Show for a 5% discount off your purchase.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call pound 969, and you may have, who knows, you may have questions for Laura Pratt or myself, or you may even have questions for Candida. Yes, I said Candida. Is Candida on the line?
Yes, I am.
There you are. How are you?
Good, I'm doing well. Hey, Laura. Hi, Mark. How are you?
Good, good. So you've got some important information to share with us.
Yeah, we're gearing up this year. Every year we do a Healthy Living Magazine Recognition Award ceremony where we recognize leaders in the health and wellness field. Mm-hmm. And last year we had Bernie Siegel and you, and so it was just a wonderful, extraordinary night. And I'm working on it.
Very special, and we've got a date of that of January 8th, right?
January 8th, Saturday, it's at the Lantana. We have 3 wonderful presenters that will be with us this year. Rita Berkowitz, who is a spirit artist. She's a spirit communicator and a spiritual counselor. And she draws portraits of loved ones that have passed. She's amazing.
Incredible. So you're going to have, tell us about the event. What time of night is this, and how can folks find out more about it and obtain tickets, etc.?
Excellent. Actually, I'll tell folks right now, nominations are open where they will nominate a health champion, someone who's made a difference in their life in some way. I don't know if you remember last year we had a woman who nominated her mom who helped her go through her cancer treatments and stuff. I mean, so it could be really anybody, and anyone who's nominated gets recognized at our award ceremony. It's not a best of or this or that. It's a straightforward, we want to just show you who's making a difference.
So folks can nominate their favorite chiropractor, chiropractor, or their favorite health food store operator,
nutritionist,
or their favorite talk show host.
That's right. And it's so simple. They could just go onto my website. It's myhealthylivingmag.com, and they just write a little passage about what they're special, why that person is special to them, and we recognize them with the Healthy Living Awards. It's a nice little certificate that we give them. So
that's exciting.
So this is an opportunity for folks to really make a connection with someone who's very special and has made a difference in their health, and to recognize them and to kind of pay homage to their wonderful work.
That's it. You got it. We have a special performance by Tony Vaca. If folks are familiar with him, he's a master percussionist. He has jazz and world music roots going back to 1972, and he had made 14 trips to West Africa just to get his approach going. And he's wonderful. He's like a one-man show. It's so cool. He's got like 40 gongs that hang behind him, and he plays them for a straight hour, and it's just inspiring. It's great.
So when is this? What time is this event? It's going to be again on January 8th.
January 8th, it's a Saturday night at the Lantana from 4 to 10. We were also able to get a very special guest, John Stetson. He's a master mentalist and intuitive. It's just going with you.
Oh, he's brilliant. He's absolutely he's a very special guy.
Yeah, blindfolded, he could see what's in your hand. He knew the name of my dog that passed about 18 years ago. Wow. He's a remarkable guy. So
he's very gifted. He's very gifted. So once again, if folks are interested, where can they find out about information?
It's myhealthylivingmag.com, and they could also go on to WTKK's website. I have a Facebook page. They could join my Facebook and post their nomination there as well.
Well, sounds great, and folks can vote again online as well, yes?
Yes, right on my website. I have a blog going, and you can see what other people have written, and it's a wonderful way to, show, what we're doing here in the holistic field. All these wonderful people.
So there you go, folks. If you want to vote for Mark Mincola, you can just go.
Good Health Natural Foods, don't forget.
Absolutely
Good luck
right.
with that, Candy. That sounds fantastic.
Indeed.
Thank you. I hope to see you all there January 8th. And tickets are $25 if you want to go to some of the special events. And we're going to have probably about 40 exhibitors. So the exhibitor section is free. You could just come, stop by, explore, ask questions. If you want to take part in some of the special events, it's only $25.
So that's January 8th at the Lantana.
Right at the Lantana in Randolph.
Spectacular. We look forward to it, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Special evening indeed. And folks, again, give it some thought. It's a labor of love on Candida's part, and it's a very wonderful opportunity, like we said, to make that connection for somebody special who's making rare differences in the various communities out there regarding, healthcare. Folks that you may know who are your chiropractors or acupuncturists, could be your veterinarian, could be virtually your local health food store operator, could be virtually anybody out there that's made a difference in your life and your family's lives, or certainly making a difference in the community as far as getting the information out there about alternative medicine and natural health. So give that some thought. It's a wonderful thing. It's something that I've attended past 2 years and have really marveled at. It's been really very special. So good luck to her on that, and hopefully folks show up, pack the house. That's what we need. All right, we got to get back to some of these calls there, Laura Pratt. We got a whole bunch of them coming up on board here. So let's take a look at some of these. We got Marco in the car. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talks.
Thank you. Enjoying the show.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to make a statement and then a question, if I could. A quick history is suffered about 25 years worth of insomnia, and my statement is that I'm concluding, unfortunately, my hypothesis is that there's no cure for it. Can you convince me otherwise? Is there something in a natural state that absolutely works, or is it a total lifestyle combination of A to Z that you have to try to do to cope with this crippling effects of insomnia.
Well, here's it's I hear your voice, and I hear the pain in your voice, and all you've been through, I'm sure, has led to this very place that you're at. So, first of all, I would say that there is always hope. Number one. Number two, you want to think about the way nature works within the context of biology. You have two nervous systems. You have a parasympathetic, which is a relaxation system, which helps us go off to sleep, and we also have a sympathetic nervous system, which kind of gets us up in the morning and carries us through our day, even when we're fatigued. So, unfortunately, sometimes the volume knob gets turned a little bit too hot on the sympathetic nervous system. We get overactive. The adrenal glands are pumping too much adrenaline and too much stress hormone activity. There's a million reasons why that could happen in somebody's life. But invariably, if we can turn that knob the other way into the parasympathetic mode, someone is going to find their way to sleep, no question about it. So, we have the potential neurologically for either A or B, and it's really a question of why the needle is stuck on the record. And again, what we can do to get it unstuck. We've talked about some things tonight that are probably more generic than would be effective for you. Things like magnesium, which are good things like passion flower, which are good things for folks that are within the context of that 60 million Americans that suffer from some degree of insomnia. You're talking about a 25-year history of something that has really become very, very serious. So obviously, you want to be thinking in terms of using supplements that are perhaps a lot stronger. Things I would recommend like GABA, G-A-B-A, which is gamma aminobutyric acid. GABA is something that is in the brain, and it's essentially, it's a brain. What I would call it basically a sedator, something that calms the nervous system via the brain circuitry. So something that helps your nervous system to kind of cool down, relax, and hopefully get a night's sleep. But you'd probably be thinking in terms of 1,000 milligrams of GABA just for starters. I would start off with maybe 500 at 7 or 8 o'clock, then another 500 at maybe 10 o'clock or so before you tuck in. So you could benefit, I think, immeasurably from the GABA. And in some folks actually do well with things like tryptophan. You've read about it, you've heard about it, but again, another 500 milligrams of tryptophan at 7 or 8 o'clock, and 500 milligrams again at 9 or 10 o'clock before you retire. So I would start first with, I would actually start with the tryptophan first, actually. I do the 500 milligrams of tryptophan at 7, and then another 500 at maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. See how that works over a period of 4 days. If that doesn't seem to work, then I'd go with the GABA in the same response, 500 at 7 or 8, and then 500 at 9 or 10 o'clock.
Okay, and you're talking separately, not together?
That is exactly the case. Yeah, I'd take 4 days. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Any intervention precautions with, medicinal or prescribed medications, etc.? Any cautions about mixing either one, the GABA, the tryptophan, with, for example, clonazepam?
Yeah, there are contraindications. If you're on medication, then the whole ball game is different there. I think that I wouldn't go any stronger than perhaps like a magnesium taurate or something like that. You might want to think about 300 milligrams, 250 to 300 milligrams of magnesium taurate. But again, in order to handle the really strong natural medicines, you probably have to work with your practitioners, your doctors, at weaning off of the other medications and wanting to go in direction A or B, but not both. You can't. They're contraindicated to go both, the natural and the pharmaceutical.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Good very informative.
Well, thank you so much, and best luck to you. All right, we got to take a short little breather. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Make plans now for an evening with Rita Berkowitz at the Healthy Living Magazine Recognition Awards Ceremony. Hear Rita Berkowitz Saturday, January 8th at the Lantana in Randolph. Rita Berkowitz is acknowledged as one of the world's greatest leaders in the field of spirit communication and psychic art. Rita will transform your understanding of the meaning of the spiritual world. A must-see event. Register for the Healthy Living Magazine Recognition Awards Ceremony with guest speaker Rita Berkowitz. Go to myhealthylivingmag.com. General admission is just $25. The program begins with the opening of the Free Healing Arts Exhibit Hall at 4 p.m. at the Lantana in Randolph. Call 781-834-2728 for tickets. 781-834-2728. This is your chance to see spirit artist, clairvoyant, ordained minister, and author Rita Berkowitz in person. Saturday, January 8th at the Lantana in Randolph. Find out more at myhealthylivingmag.com.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
In Boston and New England, 617-822-1969, Verizon Wireless, pound 969. We'll take a few calls here. We've got Charlie from Newbury. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show and the Natural Health Show.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
In the past week, my right eardrum, for some reason, has been making a very faint, vibration or tapping noise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's there. Have any idea?
Well, if it's just the past week, I can certainly tell you that there's an awful lot of head colds going around these days. In fact, I think that what we're dealing with right now is a rhinovirus, which is kind of like a sinusitis kind of virus, eye, ear, nose, throat stuff. And whenever there's
I don't have a cold, though.
No, you may not yet, or you may not have one. Again, these can manifest in more ways than one. But if there's any kind of inflammatory pressure in there that's just an acute response to whatever kind of rhinovirus is floating around nowadays, I'll tell you a quick way you might be able to deal with it. There's an herb called andrographis, and there's a product called Cold Care with a K, Koldkare, and those are 300 milligram tablets of andrographis, and I'd recommend 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon for about 2 or 3 days. See if it doesn't clear up.
Okay, I'll do that. One other question, if I could?
Sure, go ahead.
A good friend of mine has got that skin thing, what do they call it? The rash that comes, oh my God, I can't think of it.
Shingles or psoriasis?
Yeah, shingles. Yes.
Yeah, that can be nasty.
Yeah, he's in agony. What can you recommend? Anything? He's been on all the drugs.
Right.
Then that'll help.
Right. Well, first thing I would recommend, you're talking probably about herpes simplex 1. You want to think in terms of lysine, L-lysine. I would say 1,000 milligrams of lysine, 3 a day on an empty stomach. I'd probably recommend monolaurin as well. Monolaurin is a lauric acid from coconut oil, 600 milligram caps. I'd recommend 4 of those a day.
Beautiful.
So 3,000 lysine, and I'd get the monolaurin 600 milligrams times 4, total of 2,400 milligrams there.
And there's also a topical shingles remedy. If he's got lots of pain and nerve pain, he can just put it on topically. It's wonderful. It's very cooling.
Okay, great recommendation.
And you can find that at Good Health Natural if he's around.
What is it?
It's Peaceful Mountain brand.
Peaceful Mountain brand.
And it's Shingles Remedy.
Shingles Remedy.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, Eddie.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Have a great night.
Thanks. Bye-bye. John, do we have time for a call, or are we kind of running down here? You think so? One more? Okay, we'll take one more call. We've got Linda from Worcester. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show and the Natural Health Show.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi. My question is about a hoarse throat. The doctor says I have a couple of vocal nodules, and there's mucus. She says a little bit thick, but she knows it's not coming from, the hoarseness isn't coming from acid reflux. And I do take rifenicin for something else, but I was wondering if you have any other recommendations.
Well, it sounds like it's an inflammation, perhaps from some kind of, again, virus or bacteria. I'd go back to the idea we just mentioned a minute ago, the monolaurin, monolaurin, 600 milligrams for a day. I think also probably it'd be wise to do something along the lines of maybe a sambucus.
Sambucus, or maybe the manuka honey, with
or the
lemon
manuka,
and manuka.
I think the sambucus, SAMBUCUS, is probably a good way to go in terms of any kind of infectious inflammation that's in there.
It's been there for years and years and years. I just can't seem to get to the root of it, of what it is, but I don't know,
Well, if it's been there for years and years and years, the first thing that I'd recommend is that you want to think in terms of trying to get to the bottom of whatever food intolerance there might be there, too. You could have an ongoing food allergy that you're dealing with that, if it's years and years and years, you might want to contact, if you go on the internet at foodallergy.com, www.foodallergy.com, and check out the Alites medical laboratories there. They're in Rockland, and they can run through 100 of your various foods. We thank you so much for your call.
Thank you.
My pleasure. But, I think you want to get to the bottom of that one. I think you need to kind of rule out that you don't have any chronic inflammation coming from foods. It could be wheat, dairy, etc. That's a good starting place for something that chronic and that severe.
Very much.
All right, Laura Pratt, so good to have you on here, and
thank you for
goes
sharing
by awfully fast.
It flies by, but
it does
it's
indeed.
Exciting when all the calls come.
It is indeed. Well, and you helped me handle those lovely. It was so great to have you here. And I want to remind everybody, of course, here that our website, of course, has all this information, all this stored information, all the shows that we've done here. They're archived. And the Fox 25 morning show, I'll be doing this coming Thursday at 8:05. Little time change there. It was 8:10 in the past, so a little time change note. My Fox morning news sites are going to be at 8:05. So maxhealing.com. That's our website, maxhealing.com. Check out our web store there as well. And until next Sunday, this is Mark Mincola reminding you all, please be wise, be aware, be well, make it a healthy week. Good night.